My name is Angel Rodriguez, and I'm an instructor here with TRB. I used to teach martial arts, and there's no more better example than when you're trying to teach kids, right? So you try to teach toddlers. You think it's a simple process to just say, hey, go ahead and punch, and you assume that they're going to punch straight, right? No, they're going to do everything that you're not thinking about that you wanted to teach. So you break it down simply, and then as an instructor, you develop better as well, because you start to notice things that you didn't notice before at the time of instructing. So I would say, the first thing would be the reason I am an instructor is number one, develop my own skills, and then as well as being able to, I feel like I have a moral responsibility to teach others, the skills that I've developed myself, especially when it comes to firearms training. Inspiration, I like to think like someone that inspires you to do great, someone's, motivates you to do better. I would have to say that'd have to be my boy. I have a 3-year-old son, so that this guy is like my world, and he definitely motivates me to do the best that I can. And part of the reason why you do things like this that are, I don't want to say controversial, but things about when it comes to firearms or even self-defense training. You think you do it not necessarily to because you would want to use it. A lot of us train so that we don't ever have to. People train martial arts so that they don't have to. They learn how to fight so they don't ever have to fight, right? Kind of thing. And so the big reason why I got into this was the biggest thing when I became a father is to protect my family, protect my son, and he's just the kid is everything to me. So it really is. I would say that's my biggest inspiration now, aside from my I would say my dad. The beauty of the line of work that I'm in, I would say that there's no really a typical day, right? Every day is a little bit different, but that's what's great about the job. So I'm an electrical project engineer for an electrical contractor during the day, but as far as so there's a lot of I look at other projects. I look at I visit a lot of different job sites and travel a lot. As far as I'm on the road a lot. But I would say, I'd wake up pretty early. I want to say around 5 or 6. And that's not because I'm an early bird. I would just say just lack of sleep. I just can't. And so I practice Buddhism. So I meditate about an hour, 15, 20 minutes or so, depending, every morning, before I start my day, and then I start my day job, and usually end around 5 o'clock ish, and and that's when I would work out and train, and then I put in some time, maybe I want to say an hour. I work from home, so that's really great, and it lets me have take my lunches off with my son. Mm-hmm. I get to hang out with him for a while, and then before bed, we practice some draws, practice some work on that draw time, practice some reloads and dry fire. So yeah, that's I would say it's a little bit like that, but a lot of crazy events that go on in between. Yeah. When you're driving, and we're here in California, so we get those crazy traffic stories and stuff like that. But that's what makes them fun. My afternoons are pretty open. My evenings are open. So sometimes I instruct during those times, but mainly I would say I'm a weekend instructor. Yeah. Well, I think growing up, I seemed to be I'd say more of a I was always pushing for leadership positions and stuff like that, and so what I found, what I realize now, definitely as I'm older, out of high school and stuff like that, I realized that that's a very lonely type of place to be in, just because you're always, I wouldn't say competition with others, but definitely competition with yourself, right? So, you're always working hard, you're always, training your craft, training your trade, whatever it is that you're trying to do. And then as far as leadership goes, unless you're very limited with other leadership peers, right? Peers in that aspect, I would say. So, that's definitely being a part of a team is something that being part of a team is something that like I feel like I missed out on a lot at the beginning of my life, and so now it's huge for me, right? Like that you have that sense of camaraderie. You have a group of like-minded peers, and I think that's so huge, especially for someone who's developing. Somebody if you're open-minded, I think this is the best place for you. Right? So that's like being with a team, but being with a TRB team, right? That's a whole nother thing. Right? It's been the greatest road for me this year here with TRB. I made a ton of friends. I met new people, a bunch of people, and even like clients, not just being part of the team. You get to meet a lot of people with different types of. Everyone has a different path, but you have hundreds of different types of lifestyles. You have your businessmen, and then you have your people that just want to protect their homes, protect their families, different lines of work, and then I like to take advantage and really try to learn as much as I can from our clients as much as they learn from us. And but being part of the team has been wonderful. I'm in a group with a bunch of guys that like a bunch of guys and gals that like to do everything that I like to do. That's huge for me. So 2020 has been a great year for me, I would say, as far as knowledge-wise, all things considered, how crazy it's been. So this year I have to say it's been the year of knowledge. I've learned so much and done so many things that I've really thought that I would have to set aside a lot of time to learn, and and everyone has nothing but time now, right? With how crazy the year's been, so I really took advantage to expand my knowledge on a lot of things. Like I learned how to ride a motorcycle and stuff like that, like all things that I would really like to do, but I wasn't sure if I'd get there because I'm not sure if I have time, right? So 2021, I'd like to keep that ball rolling. I'd like to continue this momentum of really, just my brain being a sponge and kind of just taking in as much knowledge as I can, which is great, I think, for me, or to be able to take advantage of something like this because of, just because I'm in such the beginning stages here with TRB. I feel like I'm going towards the right direction as far as learning, expanding my knowledge and stuff like that. So I like to keep that rolling. That would be my biggest goal, is to try to learn as much as I can, and just try to be as much of an asset here to TRB as much as to other clients and stuff like that. So I would definitely say I'd like to do the best I can to become, or to gain as much knowledge to become an asset to TRB, and not to mention reach out to as many clients as I can, because it really does make a difference. Like the stuff we do here is not light, right? We're not offering a retail service. This is really you're really developing skills that could change people's lives, that really could protect their their loved ones for forever. For this provides a sense of peace of mind. So I think that's we have a lot of responsibility, and so I'd like to it's a big thing to be a part of something like that.
Like this video? Be sure to register and sign up for our next CCW class, and we look forward to training with you.